Please subscribe, follow and like engineeringall.com. The cost of roofing a 100 feet by 50 feet square building. Based on the recent question raised on the engineeringall.com's question and answer section, this post is meant to help you understand the approximate cost for your roofing in terms of the number of wood you need to roof your building if its square size is 100 x 50 feet in lengths. The roofing design is based on the normal four-corner roofing without any other design attached to it. We will be using mathematics and common calculations to obtain the figures we need. As mentioned earlier, the design of your roofing and the roofing sheet, which is the normal four-corner shape, is what we used in the whole calculations. Another consideration will be the roofing sheet, because the type of roofing sheet determines the space of the nailing points. For instance, Metro tiles and coated tiles have close nailing points than long-span aluminum roofing sheets. So if you are using long-span roofing sheet, calculate the 2x2 wood by the number of the total cross-section of the roofing skeleton. That will be where the nails will fix the roofing sheets on the 2x2 inches plywood. Now let us calculate the number of 2x2 inches plywood. Assuming 100 feet is the front and back section of the roofing and 50 feet is in the side sections of the roofing. Calculating the front and back section. At the front and back, for any point that roofing nail will pass, you will need 100 feet length of 2x2 inch wood. The total number of nailing points will be according to the roofing height. Some roofing can have about 15 to 20 nailing points per section. In that case, the total nailing points for the front and back will be around 30 or 40 points. The same will be applicable to the points by the sides, but the lengths will differ. Each nailing point for the front and back will take 100 feet length of 2x2 inch wood. One 2x2 inch wood is around 16 feet in length, therefore you need 16 feet x 7 pieces of 2x2 inch wood to get the 100 feet for a nailing point equals 112 feet. For every nailing point, you need 7 pieces of 2x2 inch wood. Assuming your roofing has 30 nailing points at the front and back, you will need 7 x 30 equals 210 pieces of 2x2 inch wood, but if it has 40 nailing points, you will need 7 x 40 equals 280 pieces of 2x2 inch wood. Calculation of the side sections. Assuming the side total length is 50 feet, you will need 4 pieces of 2x2 inch wood for a nailing point. 4 x 16 feet equals 64 feet. For 30 nailing points, you will need 4 x 30 equals 120 pieces of 2x2 inch wood, 120 pieces of the 2x2 inch wood. For 40 nailing points, you will need 4 x 40 equals 160 pieces of 2x2 inch wood. Total number of 2x2 plywood. Based on the above calculations, you will need the following number of 2x2 inch wood. For the nailing point of 30, 213 pieces for the front and back, 120 pieces for the two sides. Total equals 213 plus 120 equals 333 pieces. For the nailing points of 40, 280 pieces for the front and back, 160 pieces for the two sides. Total equals 280 plus 160 equals 440 pieces. Now let us calculate the number of 2x4 inches plywood. The 2x4 is the major wood used in making the roofing skeleton. It is laid across the building on the top of the last block. It is also raised up to obtain the roofing height as well as the overall structure of the roofing. Hence, calculation of it is very important. Assuming you will be crossing the wood at every 5 feet apart. That means, 100/5 equals 20, which means you will cross the wood 20 times using the shortest length section of the roofing design, which is the 50 feet side section. At 16 feet per 2x4 inches wood, you will need 4 pieces to make one cross on the top of the last block. So, you need 4 x 20 equals 80 pieces to make 20 crosses on the top of the last block. At the center of the vertical section, you will need 10 feet into 20 pieces for the raising of the height at the center of the 20 crosses made on top of the last blocks. Which will be, 10 feet x 20 equals 200 feet. 200/16 feet equals 12.5 pieces. This will take a total of 13 pieces of 2 by 4 inches plywood. At the vertical section of the front and back, the length from the top of the roof to the edge of the outshoots will be 27 feet in both sides. You can obtain this using the Pythagoras theorem. A 2 plus B2 equals C2, which is 102 plus 252 equals C2, C equals 27. Therefore you will need less than 2 pieces of 2 by 4 inches wood, 16 feet x 2 equals 32 feet, for every joining of the vertical wood to the outshoot. Since the crossing is 20 times, you will 27 feet length of 2 x 4 inches wood x 20 times for the front side and the same quantity for the back side. This means 27 x 20 equals 540 feet. 540/16 feet equals 34 pieces of 2 by 4 inches for the front side and 34 pieces for the back side. The total will be 34 plus 34 equals 68 pieces. For the two sides, 5 feet apart will be 10 times. Assuming you will be joining the sides at 5 feet apart, you may need the same 27 feet for each join. This will mean 27 feet x 10 for one side, which will be a total of 270 feet for one side. Divide the total feet by the length of 2 x 4 inches plywood, which is 16 feet. 270/16 equals 17 pieces of the wood will be needed for one side. You will need the same 16 pieces for the other side. Therefore, the two sides of the roof will that 34 pieces of the 2 by 4 inches wood for the vertical joining. Another 2 by 4 inches will be the ones that will be used in the crossing of the erected ones to help in holding them together. This section has no specific number, rather it depends of the chosen pattern of the carpenter. If 100 feet length will cross 3 times at the front side and 3 times at the back section, it means a total of 600 feet, which means 38 pieces of 2 by 4 inches plywood. For the vertical crossing, let us assume 20 pieces of the 2 by 4 pieces can do it. For the joining of the height, 10 feet, to the outshoots of each side edges, front and back equals 68 pieces, the two sides equals 34 pieces. For the crossing and reinforcement works equals 38 pieces plus 20 pieces equals 58 pieces. Additional wood in case of need for more reinforcement equals 10 pieces. The total number will be equals 80 plus 13 plus 68 plus 34 plus 58 plus 10 equals 263, 263 pieces. Calculating the number of facial board. The facial boards usually comes by 16 feet long or 12 feet in length, based on the 100 feet by 50 feet roofing measurement. The total area will be 100 feet plus 100 feet plus 50 feet plus 50 feet equals 300 feet. Since one facial board will be 16 feet, 300 feet/16 feet equals 19 pieces will be required for the roofing edges. Other items. Other items which cannot be fixed or calculated here are the total number of nails and their sizes, the workmanship of the carpenter. Cost of wood. 2 by 2 inches wood have soft and hard types at the cost of N300 to N500 respectively, depending on your location. 2 by 4 inches plywood usually come in hardwood for roofing purposes. It costs between N2500 to N3500 based on the market location. The facial board usually comes in soft and hard, but the recommended type for roofing is the hard facial boards, which cost around N4000 to N6000 per one. Summary. Note that the above calculation was made based on the 100 feet by 50 feet square size roofing under the basic roofing design at the height of 10 feet tall. If your roofing design is different from the basic design used in this calculation, the total number of woods may vary widely depending on your roofing design. Also, note that the type of roofing sheet can alter the overall number of 2 by 2 inches plywood you will be.
For watching, please hit the red button to subscribe for more videos. Please follow and like engineeringall.com in all social media.